It's the time to get down.
Well, welcome everybody. Guess what? It's that day. That's right. It's that day that I'm being blessed with a special show today, and it's kind of hard. I have to catch my breath right now, so just give me a moment. Hold on a second. My glasses are fogging up. I wanted you guys to know that in lieu of today, which is a special day, Mario's not going to be here for the regular morning coffee show. Because of that, we've decided, and for good reason, to bring in what we call a special guest that basically already is a host and personality. But before I get there, I want to let everybody know, hey, Mario, hey, man, you're a leader of men, man. Stay on that journey. He is headed down south with a special friend of his. Shout out to BB, family. Mario, I know you hear me, bruh. Big time, all the time. Always a man above men. And it's a great example about how you support the people that you love. Now, with that being said, I want to tell you something about the special guest that's on our show today. Now, you know, we do reality, and everybody kind of exposes reality in different ways, but this is real. When you talk about human nature, you talk about relationships. And when you talk about relationships, you talk about all the characteristics within those relationships. You know what I'm saying? Meko Williams actually is more than a host and personality. She is here today to grace us with what we call the presence of mind. This is going to be interesting, and I want you guys all to just stop and bow your heads as we welcome Meko Williams. How you doing, Meko?
Oh, God, thank you.
How do you feel? You okay?
I'm okay.
Why you grinning?
Making me blush now.
Oh my God. No. You deserve it. You deserve it. Hey, look,
you.
it's special. You know, I've listened to your show. You're on Blog Talk Radio. So
Yes, I am.
Before I do anything else, I want you to let everybody know, basically, you know, how you roll with your show, what's this all about, and then tell us a little bit why you got into it.
Oh, geez. Well, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for listening in for today and for showing me some love and support. And I just wanted to say that, you know, the way I roll is we talk about real things with real people and real talk.
You know what? You're not giving all the goods. You kind of,
you know, I'm a little bit.
You're being a little bit right.
You know, because they don't know me like that yet.
Right.
So, but I want them to. I definitely want them to, because we talk about a lot of things. We cover life experiences with life lessons.
Right.
And my show is called The Meko Williams Show, sharing our stories in the Real Talk Tube. And what we do is we exchange real life situations that happen in positive or negative ways, covering issues that allow us to learn how to kind of channel each other and actually give each other advice and how to correct a situation, stop pointing fingers at one another, and actually uplifting one another and supporting one another. We get to the root of the problem.
Right.
And that's what makes my show so unique, with a female host, you know, actually bringing the platform to most of the guys so they can actually explain to the women
Right.
how they feel. I am like the go-in-between between the men and the women.
Now, let me ask you something, because everybody talks relationships, and we're going to
They
cut
sure
right
do.
to it. Okay, let's be real. The best responses you get are from, of course, topics that go to the edge, right?
Yes, I'm very provocative, very edge, very in your face. You know, if I feel that if you're bullshitting, I'm going to just turn around and pull it out of you. You know, I want you to tell me what it is that you want to convey to my audience versus me speaking for each person and sharing their stories on my show.
Right.
So with that being said, that is about as real as it can get.
Right.
Sometimes we filter some things and sometimes we don't.
Right.
And I think that people can respect you more when you are shooting from the left. Doesn't always have to mean that you have to speak so vulgarly. You know, you can actually get your point across very simply. And a lot of men do come onto my platform and voice their opinion about us women of all different nationalities. And how come there's so high a percentage of 70 women that are single.
Right.
And, just from the male's standpoint of view of how we should do things instead of listen to us women chat.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
so-
Now let me ask you something. This is going to be interesting. You have 3 topics that you're going to bring to us today. And remember, I want you guys to understand,
Yes.
I am not the host. She is the host. I'm just a
Yes.
facilitator. All she's going to do is basically tell you. That's so funny. I got people in my room. All she's going to tell you is really, for the most part, and welcome, Norm. I see you there all day, man.
Hi, Norm.
I
Yes,
know.
we paid it. Everything is on, Norm.
Right.
Everything is
It's-
up and running.
Norm, you need to make sure that your flash upgrades are there, man, all day long. Because believe me, we're showing everything, man. He's a little slow on you, man, but that's
is
okay.
it?
Yeah, it's a little
that's
slow
okay.
on
We'll
you.
catch him up to
Yeah,
speed.
he's okay. I guess the bottom line is you got 3 topics you're going to bring today.
Yes.
You want to tell us?
3 topics.
Yeah.
3 topics. Yes, yes, yes.
You could
But I
tell.
wanted to go back to why I started before I get into the topics. I've always been in the entertainment industry behind the scenes, and I just thought that it was time for me to actually be in the front this time. And, I lost my sister due to a tragic death in 1997. The same day Bill Cosby's son actually passed away was the same day Corey Williams, who people might not or might remember the tragedy at Centennial High School with MTA,
Yes.
where she was gunned down on as an innocent bystander. It was not gang affiliated per her, but she was instantly pronounced dead on the spot
Okay.
due to gun violence in South Central LA.
Wow.
So I figured at that point we started a nonprofit organization, and we also have a scholarship foundation for inner city youth children who don't get a chance to, go to college or can't get that extra 3.0 and always stuck or stagnant between 2.5 or close to a 3.0. So we've been up and running for 10 years plus.
Right.
And we also have been very successful. We pay for books and tuitions. We're not a real big foundation, but with what we have, we do the best that we can. We have raised $1 million. If anybody is interested in the scholarship fund for the Corey Williams, you can go to community.com, or you can go on my website at www.mekowilliams.com, M-E-K-O, Williams with an S.com, and there's more information there about the Scholarship Foundation. So that's pretty much what made me actually get started.
Wow.
I feel like I had a lot to say, and I was sick of hearing everybody, tapping around the issues.
Right.
Everybody wants to have an opinion about it, but you don't really seeing people really get together and coming down here and help the children who really want to do, but they just come from a very, very poor environment. They don't have the funds, or their family members are strung out. So we kind of, that neighborhood watch knit community where we actually take the children and we mentor them. We
Right.
watch them for 4 years, and we have successfully have just about every candidate that actually applied for the Corey Williams Scholarship Foundation succeed and actually, graduated
Wow.
from four-year college. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
You know what? You didn't really see. This is the part where we like about it. You didn't tell me anything about this
I sure
information.
didn't.
So you actually was keeping this a secret,
Yes,
right?
I was.
You know what? No secrets here, Pax. There, don't do that again.
Well, that was a secret because you needed to hear that one.
And you know what?
You
I
have
did.
one up. I'm 5 steps ahead. Don't play with me.
Okay, here we go, you guys. See, you're getting a taste of how she rolls. She rolls real
Yes,
fast.
yes.
Okay, good. Now, do something for me. Mac Port Townsend Washington's in the room, and of course Norm Ross out of Cleveland. Go on and give them a little holler for you. I know they're waiting to hear you spit some words to them. All you gotta say is hey.
Well, hey, how you doing, Mac? This is Meko Williams, and thank you for tuning in to Pax Stereo TV and actually supporting us. And just stay tuned. There's more to come.
And don't forget Norm, because
And
Norm will reach through
is
this
it-
mic.
Well, I want Norm to reach through this mic. I am not scared.
You're not scared, right?
No, what you got, Norm?
There we go. Hey, you know what? And following up on the story here, Mac, you just watched on CNN a 17-year-old was gunned down in
Yes.
Oakland today. When will it end? Hits right on the story you was talking about, right?
I say the same thing. We always ask this. It's interesting how you have working parents or working people, period, that could actually apply for a weapon, a gun. But for some reason, these kids are getting these weapons faster than we are. I'll give you a good example. When you go to Atlanta, the pawn shops out there, you don't need a DNA test. You don't need to get bond or clear or anything. You could just go there. They have everything you want on display, and you can just pick it up. Or, they have family members, which happened in my situation, where the young man, it was 5 people involved in the shooting. And they have friends that went across the border, smuggle it across the border, and there you go.
Wow, that easy, right?
Yes, very, very easy.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Hey, look. We know that we don't want to take up most of the show. We have to pay homage to those things that are very important to us in life, and I praise you for what you're doing. It's more than just the looks. Okay, I know you guys. You don't be getting caught up in all the. Okay, don't go there. But now that we've done, this is the contribution and recognition of those who sit back and say, "Hey, it's more to it than just a pretty face."
Yes,
there are a lot of people we appreciate that come on the show because they are much more than they appear to be, and we needed to take that time out. That was absolutely wonderful. Now it's time to get to the matter at hand.
My bad side.
Well, we're not going to say it's bad side. I said. I will say this. You will stimulate the audience enough, but tell us about the 3 topics and which one you're going to start off with first and why.
Oh, goodness. I was very hesitant about this topic because, geez, this is going to start some...
Go ahead. I love this. You're setting us up, right?
This is going to start some mess. Everybody's not ready for these type of topics.
Well, why are you doing that?
Let me just say this. The first topic is women expectations versus men preconditions.
You know what? This is a good one. And
we talked about this.
Yes, we didn't talk a lot, but I thought it was best that you take it and run with it.
I will definitely.
PMC in Pittsburgh said, "Here we go."
Yes. Why not?
All right.
You know where we're going with this. Don't give me that. Ooh, you over there talking smack already?
Here we go.
Phil? Bring it on. Yes, Mac. I will definitely. If you was here, I'll actually have my hand on your lap. Bringing it.
Okay.
So,
Mac, be careful.
Mac,
all right. Let's do this.
in your lane.
Let's do this. Now we have to do this, and I'm just a facilitator. So she's going to take the lead on this. This is really easy. Did we not say that the 2 words preconditions versus expectations? We thought, for most cases, not everybody, fit gender specific. That women say expectations, and men have preconditions.
Definitely.
We thought that. So
definitely.
We don't believe this would represent everybody.
It could be the reverse. It could be the reverse.
Right.
So it depends on where you at this point in your life, and it also depends on Phil's laughing.
I know.
I mean, it used to be in the old days, old-fashioned traditional, that you can actually tell right off the spot. Now, because you have independent women, because we're taking those roles of doing other things and challenging the men, not meaning that we want to seriously take your position, but just want to show that we could actually do what you do, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Maybe.
So let me do it the way that I think a lot of guys go through. Okay.
Yes.
This story was couched based on what we call age and maturity, you guys, just so you know.
True.
It was based on this, that you start off fun in the younger years. That's what we're saying. And then as you grow and mature, experience, expectations kick in because of what condition. And I say, well, women say expectations. What do they mean? See, don't be holding back, because I remember the talk.
Yes, you do. And we did say that. I said, when you're 20 is cute. When you're 30, you have this list, and you're scratching off this list. When you're 40, you just thank God that the person is breathing, and maybe they have some Medi-Cal or some insurance, just in case they pass out.
No, wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you. Wait a minute. That is a one-sided argument. You know why?
What?
Wait, you got to couch them both. You can't go when the men get older without.
I'm not a man. That's why you're here.
Okay.
I can't speak for you. I can speak for us. What? Yes. Wow. Yes. Definitely.
Wait a minute.
Phil, yes. What? 50? Well, I'm 40. Don't let this face fool you, sweetie. But no, it is that way. And why don't you do the honors of telling from the men's
Men's point of view,
right?
what expectations?
Because you guys have a list too. You have a list too.
One. We just start with the number one.
Oh Lord. Okay, is it the SEX one?
Let me say this.
That's what it is. When you're younger, you want to hit as many as you can and put them underneath your belt.
Right.
It's cute when you're younger.
Right.
But
Now,
then when you get in your 30s,
you start
you're starting slowing down. Well, so for some they don't.
Right.
You know, they still bed hopping, but yeah.
Wait, let me do this. Now,
My sex drive.
wait a minute.
You really want to know that?
See, this is the
I'm
problem.
a Scorpio Sagittarius, the only two deadly S's on the zodiac sign.
Oh, Mac,
Mac.
you only doing this because you geographically are not in proximity of this show.
Why are you asking me to wait for my answer? You should be waiting for mine.
Okay, wait a minute. PMC already says, because we never know, we can't read signs. We went through this before.
Well, true, but no, it's not that we can't read them. We can read them.
Right.
We choose to ignore them.
Oh, so wait a minute. Let me stop here.
On both sides. It's a two-way street. Don't go there. I know there's a gender base. I know where you're going. I know you're going.
Expectations.
Yes.
Expectations.
Yes.
Are expectations generated from the experiences you have, or are you in a dream state moving forward? Because expectations
I say
kick
both.
it. When does it mostly jump in for women? Expectations, because of the history and what they've done. And let
you
me
know
say
what?
this.
It's interesting that you say that, because I think expectation starts at a very young age. We're not thinking about it though. But, you know, when the little girl's playing house, when they're doing tea parties, they're putting on dresses, you know, they combing their hair, they're doing makeup in the preteens, and you know, it kind of leads up to that, you know. But you guys are part of their fathers, you know. When you don't have the girls, you know, and you're what I call hound dogs, or, you know, out there doing your thing, or cockhounds, you're out there doing your things. No,
What?
hold on. You know where I'm going. No,
I know.
Victor, were you not?
20s in your 20s.
Right.
Well,
Everybody is wilding out. But then when either you realize and have what I call a reflection period,
right.
then you start, especially when all your homeboys or all your guy friends, you don't have that man special cave because you're married and got a wife.
Right.
You know? So now you got kids. So at some point, are you asking me beforehand or after?
See what I'm
the marriage.
Yeah. See what I'm doing. This is what I'll say. This I like more Mac. Mac is going to be all over the map.
Mac is who you date and what your requirements are. These are things you got to talk about beforehand. You don't wait till you take your pants off and stick your out. I didn't say it.
Didn't know, because Mac gonna set you up.
I know Mac does. I see what Mac is
Mac's
doing.
Gonna set you up.
That's okay, Mac.
Well, let me keep the matter at hand, because we're going to get to these other subjects, because we're rolling them all in. We're talking about expectations, which tends to be something that is more couched around what women expect from men.
Well,
typically. Now, I'm not saying that men don't. Let me just say this. Preconditions is where men sit back and it's like, we're coming up to you because we already have these conditions.
Yes, you do.
And you know, most of the list of the conditions is kind of short, isn't it?
It's like only one.
That's right. So
if it's just that one, you already know what you want when you step up to a female that you find very attractive.
Right.
Very. So at that point, since you guys are the hunters,
right,
and it's up to us to choose, then it depends on what we want from you.
Okay. So
that would be the expectations. Now, you already know that we're looking for the nice dinner.
Right.
You know, the nice talk.
All the pre stuff, right?
Right. On our end.
Right. So in other words, this is what happened with men, a lot of men are like this too. As we move forward through relationships, tolerance all of a sudden gets less, doesn't it?
It plunges.
Okay. Is that inserted just on GP because people say, well, I'm at this age right now, let me just do this. So, and I'm gonna I know, I told you. See, don't let them drive the bus on you. You guys.
No, that's okay. They can drive the bus.
Okay, now let me just say this.
It's my engine.
All right, now let me just say that. I gotta keep her right here. Okay, this is what I'm saying. We know that people sometimes just insert expectations just because they say, I'm at this age, I'm not having crazy fun anymore. They'll just do it. Why is that smart and not necessarily right to do just off the cuff?
I wouldn't. Well, life experiences.
Okay.
Life experiences. It depends on your life experiences. If you've had a very bad life experience, then you're kind of reserved of just jumping out there and just being loose, or I wouldn't say loose,
right,
but just being careless
right,
about what you're getting into with someone. Life lessons would teach you, which is one of the best teachers, that you forgive but you don't forget, and you look at what it is that's going to either get you in hot water versus not.
Right.
So
now let me do this, because I have to sometimes do this. Mac Portals in Washington.
Wow,
says,
Mac,
I know.
really?
He says, how many times do women fake orgasms? Now, let me just say this.
Wow.
Let me just say this. I'm going to try to...
Mac need to watch some pornos.
Oh, wait a minute. You may... Let's just go to a different subject on that one. But anyway, let me just say this. Now, while we're talking about expectations, and let me say this, and I'm not trying to get off of this.
No, go ahead.
He puts in a question that makes you think, do women have expectations when it comes to intimacy? This is a perfect example.
Some do.
That say, I need to have multiple orgasms or what have you. Is that an expectation or a precondition?
Ah, jeez. That is expectations.
Now tell Mac, if he's going to sit back and pose those kind of questions for you, how would you address this question? He says, how many times what's the answer?
Well, if Mac is asking me, have I ever, I've done it twice.
Okay.
But not for expectations.
Right.
It was more of, get your ass up, I am done, it's not happening. It is like watching the wall dry.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Let me just say this. If you had to guess. Well, you know what? See, I know you left it ambiguous.
Hey.
I know what you meant.
But hey, it's the truth.
It's the truth. Do many women fake orgasm?
Well, I couldn't answer that for many women. I don't speak for all women. I only speak for Meko Williams.
Right.
So it would be interesting to hear women call in and actually answer this question on their own.
That would be
as like a survey, so Mr. Mack could get the actual answer he seek, because that's very general for me to answer that. He said. It's okay, Mac.
You're right. Now PMC is going to draw you. He's out of Pittsburgh. He's going to sit back and do his thing, because
PMC.
He has a soulmate. He's already there.
Oh,
obviously, she's not watching over his shoulder.
That's okay. So
out.
he can talk.
Right. He can talk. Let's just get back to this. Okay.
Right.
Here.
Look at both of them.
Are preconditions for men? How often would you prefer a man to have expectations more so than preconditions, or preconditions more than expectations?
Wow, that's a sticky one.
Yeah.
That's very sticky.
Yes, it is.
Because then I have to really look at what it is that I want with this particular person that I'm choosing to be with, invest in.
Right.
So if I have preconditions where I'm like, hey, I would like to get to know you more, so then just jump in the bed right off the back.
Right.
I would think I would want him to want to do that, jump in the bed with me like off the back, but I would want him to respect that I'm actually coming at him and want to get to know what's inside of his head. And I mean the one that's sitting up here that we can view, not the one in the pants.
I know, I got you.
You know what I mean? No, because I'm sitting there for Mac and also for Phil, crazy behinds. That he's on the same plane as me, and we can go there together.
Right.
That's not for everyone. Not every woman is going to allow you to do that, or not every man's going to want to go there, with what we would want together. Right. We're on the same page. It's just that one might be a little bit more ahead than the other.
Right.
And one might take longer to getting around to what they really want to do. We both want the same thing. It's just that we're going a different route as far as approaching it.
Wait a minute, let me say, I gotta go. Sometimes they get on this show, they exhale. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see they exhale too much. This is their getaway. Okay. This is their getaway, believe me. It's their getaway. Now, okay, let me say this. Is there a difference between expectation and preconditions?
Yes, there are.
It sounds
slightly,
the same.
Slightly. They both boil down to the same thing. It's just that one is direct and one is indirect.
Right. Now let me say this. When we talk about these two conditions, a lot of times we stay away from them.
Thank you, Norman.
We stay away from the word. Norman's going to chum up and cheese up
I
to you
know.
all day.
I
Norm,
know.
you think you slick,
He
man. You
is.
think you so slick. He's going to get on the good side of you so he can sit back and
I
play
know,
both
Norm.
sides.
Well, I'm gonna say that for later because I was gonna ask him, did he like pretty feet?
Norm, don't go someplace where you can't. Don't go there if you can't go there. All right. Norm. See, there you go.
Yes. Okay. Because I'll show him.
See, be careful now.
It's okay.
You have to give them some time to warm up to you.
It's okay. I'm human just like you guys. I mean, I can shoot like you guys.
Right. I know. Look.
It's no hard feeling.
Right.
You got my back. Really? You don't have my back. You haven't even seen my back.
Oh.
I have two backs. They're both kind of like boulders.
You have to realize. You got to realize Norm is in his, for him, he says, I'm just as much a diva as you are. That's what he's saying.
I know. I heard him. We'll see about that, Norm. But thank you. You never know. We could teach each other something.
And just so you guys know this, they're on another show returning.
Can we see? Yeah.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on.
No, wait a
Which
minute.
one? Because I'm going to stand up. Which one?
Wait a minute. You going to go there?
Yeah, I'm going to go there.
You going to, wait a minute.
Well, see, it depends. Do you like thick women or not?
Oh, they got to answer that question.
Yeah,
right?
answer that first. Don't say yeah and then want me to stand up and it's just too much for you.
Oh, my goodness.
Because then it'll be a waste of time.
I tell you what.
Mac and Phil.
They'll enjoy it, whatever you want. But believe me, you have what it, I said, you have what it takes.
Oh, we know that.
Okay.
I could say I love all men too.
Okay. Now, for the most part, if you do want to do your fashion twirl, you can. I'm just saying.
Victor, you being good?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You want to do your twirl. You want to swing it around. Look, this right now, you're dealing with men's preconditions. You know what
Wow, I guess his precondition, he say, do you accept PayPal? Wow.
say-
Do you accept the doggy bone?
Wow.
Exactly.
So, and for you guys, this is a tall woman. If you want, wait, show them how tall you are.
How tall you think I am?
I give you,
Let's see.
without heels,
Without heels.
without heels, I say, what about 5'10"?
stand here and do this?
Yeah, you can. You can.
turn?
Yeah. Yeah. You could show them all. This is the woman who basically is proud of who she is, and she's not going to give you the full fashion show. She said, oh, okay. Okay. So.
Oh, gosh. Yes, Lord. Oh, wow.
See, you see what happens here. We're not going to even stay on the subject.
Gosh.
I do apologize.
You go, girl.
I apologize.
You are fine. Wow. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Mac. I was trying not to stand too long.
Praise the Lord.
I didn't want to break camera.
You're wrong. Okay.
Hey, we're rolling.
Okay, let me do this. Okay, let's keep it here because what we're saying is it seems like preconditions and expectations center around two things. And this is it. The sex, okay?
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm
You
good.
sure?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm very good.
Ooh.
I'm very confident too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got to have confidence. I can talk to myself all day long.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we have the sex part of it, and we have the investment that leads to sex. Now, are women saying we want sex, preconditions, expectations just as much, but we want more investment?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have to be careful with that when you're talking to women because, you have the conservative and then you have the non-conservative.
Right.
And if she's what I call a woman that likes to wild out, then it depends. It depends. I mean, every woman wants that.
Right.
But some have that men mentality where, it's like, okay, I just want to,
Right.
drive you through the headboard and that's pretty much it.
Right.
If she chooses to deal with you, as far as investing, then I guess the expectations will actually come up to what is it that you can do for me and what can you provide?
Right.
I scratch my back, your back, you scratch mine type of deal. What is it that we could do together to build on what we're interested in as far as each other.
So we're talking about the relationship part
Right.
of your topics. I want you to remind you guys of what she does. Her shows are bent or shaped around sex and relationships.
Yeah.
Most of the topics we're talking now are about the relationships. If we go to the sex part, that's for a different group that
it
has
depends.
to. Oh no.
Before dating, dating, or actually
No.
already in the relationship.
I believe that's
Two different.
I believe that most people talk about sex generically. And
Well,
when
true,
I say,
true,
and so when I
true.
say that for a forum and something like this, everybody's being safe around how you should come together. When you talk about sex and that what pleases two people, you really are centering around that act, and most people stay away
Basically.
from. They stay away from that term because they want it to have other value. So
Right.
we're going to get to that part.
No matter how
Yeah.
you slice it, no matter how you shape it or dress it up, it's all going to lead to back to that root.
Right.
It doesn't. If you want to put little extras or make it all cute, put a little glitter on it.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Okay, now here's the one I was waiting for. When we say expectations, men expect women to have sex as soon as possible, right?
Even if you lie and say you don't.
Right.
Even if you fake it and say you're a good guy and I respect your body and your mind.
Right.
All those things. Just player, sit it down. We already know what you want.
Right.
We already know.
Now the expectations are that women are saying, we know you want the sex,
But you got to jump through some hoops.
but you
to
may
get it.
have to do some things. Now here's the
No,
caveat.
see, you said it cute. No, I'm going to say, no, you have to jump through some hoops to get it.
Wait a minute.
Now, if she's one of those women who just don't care, then she's not going to make you jump through no hoops to get it. Now, some women make you jump through a hoop with a ring of fire.
Wow.
It's on you.
Right.
You want to put your fireman, outfit on and make sure you don't get burnt.
But isn't jumping can be a turn on also, right?
Depends on the guy.
See, I'm not talking
And
from
see,
the
now you're
conservative
talking
side.
about the
That's right.
challenge.
That's what I'm saying.
For those who are alpha males and also like to challenge
Let me-
the females that make you do that.